Hi, my name is Sierra Sartelmachi, and I'm going to be presenting my game that I created called Pumpkin Bowling. I hope you guys like it. Now I'm going to discuss a little bit about my game Pumpkin Bowling. The type of game this is a cooperative active game with an emphasis on teamwork and having fun. The game objective is children are able to use their physical skills in order to throw a baby pumpkin like a bowling ball and also work with their peers in order to knock down all of the ghost paper towel rolls before the other team does. I think this is a great game because it emphasizes encouraging your teammates, which can really help a lot of children get the confidence that they need to excel in these types of games. The primary disability targeted I chose was children with autism because they are able to experience a plethora of things like turn taking, waiting, being part of a team, participating, and also strengthening their fine motor and gross motor skills while doing it. The skills to be built in this game are physical fine motor through creating the ghosts that will be used in the game, cooperation, cognitive skills, physical gross motor, and coordination. Now for the game description. The time required for this game is about 15 to 30 minutes, but it really depends on how long it takes each individual child to toss the baby pumpkin. The equipment and supplies needed are 20 paper towel rolls, 10 for each team, markers, 2 baby pumpkins, tape, hallway, crafts table, and stickers. It can vary the supplies needed depending upon how many children you have. For example, if you have more than 20 children playing the game, you may want to add another ghost tower so that the groups do not have too many children in them. The physical level is low to medium. The age group and size for my game is preschool to elementary school, and the group size that I have decided to use is 20 children, 10 for each group, and 2 adults or teachers. But like I said, this number can vary depending upon how many children you have in your classroom that want to play the game. Now I'm going to be reading off the game instructions. First step, gather all materials and have children sit at a crafts table. Give each child a paper towel roll to decorate with the markers. Show an example ghost one so that the children can be given an idea, but ultimately they can decide how to decorate it. After all ghosts are decorated and supplies are cleaned up, have one adult or teacher count children off, assigning them a number 1 or a number 2. This will help break them up into teams. Ask all of the number 1s to line up in a straight line. Do the same for the number 2s. This gives us our formation so that children can be properly escorted out to their ghost towers in an orderly fashion. Next step. While the children are being broken down up into teams, have another adult or teacher put 2 lines of tape in the hallway about 6 feet away from where the ghost towers will be set up. Have the adults set up the ghost towers as seen in the picture shown in the next 2 slides. In the hallway for both teams, horizontal to each other with about 2 or 3 feet between them. After all of this has been set up, have the adult that was assigning the children to groups bring the children out to the hallway where the ghost towers are set up. The next step is have the children assign the number 1 to stand behind one of the pieces of tape that are located about 6 feet away from the ghost tower. Have the children assign the number 2 to stand behind the other piece of tape horizontal to the other team. Explain to the children how to throw the baby pumpkin and the objective of the game, which is to knock down all of the ghosts before the other team. Instruct children to walk to the back of the line and sit down after they have completed their 1 throw. Have an adult give 1 baby pumpkin to the first player lined up behind the tape in each line. Have an adult count to 3 and then have the children start. After the first child has gone and sat down behind the last person in their line, repeat until one team has knocked down all of the ghosts. Encourage children to cheer on their teammates. Give all the children stickers at the end and have adults pick up their supplies used. Now to talk about some of the cautions when playing this game. There's definitely a physical caution with children hurting their arms trying to throw the pumpkins. That's why it's so important that the teachers or adults pick out pumpkins that are small enough for children to throw. Make sure that the pumpkins are light enough so that the children with varying abilities will not hurt themselves trying to toss the pumpkins, as I just said. In addition, make sure that children are supporting their teammates and not putting them down if they miss the ghost tower when they throw the pumpkin. Instead, have them encourage, and instead of talking down on them, say, "You got it next time." Now to talk about the variations and adaptations that this game has. This game is super adaptable for individuals with varying disabilities. One way in which it can be adapted is if an individual has a physical disability and is in a wheelchair. In order to make this game suiting to their needs, all you have to do is move the tape up closer to the ghost tower so they can still generate enough power to throw the pumpkin to knock down the ghost tower. Lastly, these are the sources that I use for some of the pictures detailed here. And I would just also like to add that I think that this is a great game to play during the fall to kind of get into the mood and the season. And all kids love Halloween, so it's definitely just a game that all children will enjoy playing.